Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Bichel from Career Angels, a boutique career advisory. And as you can imagine, I'm asked regularly, how's the job market? Is it a good time to change jobs? Is it a good time to look for a job? So with the beginning of the pandemic last year, Career Angels decided to monitor the demand for candidates, meaning how many job ads are actually published. For that, we track the number of published job ads on LinkedIn, and our weekly reports are called market signals. In today's video, I will be summarizing how August is doing when it comes to the European Union. So when we look at the different periods that we track the countries from the beginning to the pandemic until now. So we are now into month 18 and we're looking at weekly and bi-weekly changes. As you can see on the screen, for the bi-weekly changes, we are up by anywhere between 60 and almost 70,000 job ads. When it comes to the bi-weekly changes, we are definitely down, which is not that good of a news. When it comes to the comparison between how the beginning of August is doing as compared to the beginning of the pandemic, depending on whether we look at the 18 countries or the European Union countries, we're down by a third up to half of the job ads. In other words, the job market has shrunk by 30 to 50% as compared to the beginning of the pandemic. But let's be a little bit more specific. The winners and losers in terms of region and country are as follows. The best results go to the Baltic states with an increase of 285% compared to the beginning of the pandemic and now. The best country result goes to Bosnia and Herzegovina with plus 860% of job ads. The worst results per region goes to Iberia with minus 53.44%, meaning more than half of the job market has disappeared. And the worst country result goes to Ukraine with minus 86.42%, which is a very, very big loss. On the other hand, when we look at the weekly changes, so what's been happening in August specifically from last week to this week, the Baltic states plus 12%, Finland plus, the Baltic states as a region plus 12%, Finland plus 13.88%. The worst results, on the other hand, go to Southern Europe as a region, minus 14.13%. And the worst country results, where the number of job ads has been halved within a week, goes to Malta. Now, if you're actively looking for a job, you might wonder, okay, if the number of job ads is down, is it actually a good moment to be looking for a job? Well, right now in August, the answer would be yes, because we track one more KPI, which is the number of candidates per job ads, which before the summer was much, much higher. In other words, we do have job ads. We also overall have more job ads for experienced managers and executives, but less candidates because, well, we are on vacation. Which means if you want to actively apply. We review job ads for experienced managers and executives in Europe. And we post hidden job ad gems once a week on our hidden job market group on LinkedIn. This week, for example, we found head of media and integrated communications at Danone in Poland. Sony Pictures Entertainment is looking for a director programming CE, and Moderna is looking for a country head in Italy. So if you are actively looking for a job, I recommend you check out also the job ad gems from week 32 and 31, and you'll find the links to those videos above me. If you're a senior candidate who might need support, you can get in touch with Career Angels, send me an email to bichel.sandra@careerangels.eu and ask for a free CV report or a career consultation. Now, if you want to know how the rest of the world is doing, the Americas, Africa, the top 20 economies, you can go onto our website, careerangels.eu/market-signals, where you can download our special reports. And if you want to know how the rest of Europe is doing, we do track 38 countries. You can go onto the site on LinkedIn called Market Signals, where you can download the mini report and the full market report on Saturday. And of course, for general career-related content, check out our Career Angels LinkedIn company page. And last but not least, if you like what we're doing and want to say, hey, thank you very much, I appreciate it, we've put together a list of things you can do, like following our content or buying us a virtual coffee. Oh, and right now you have two more options. Option number one, as I've mentioned, you can check out previous hidden job market gems for experienced managers and executives. And option number two, you can check out our playlist, which I recommend a lot for anybody who's actively looking for a job. It is a full course on job search in today's market conditions.